EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Atlanta Falcons. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First and 10, it's Patterson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, just like last play. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Again, Patterson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Falcons at 7 and 3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll give it to Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 23. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. There he goes left side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Titans.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, Patterson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This defense for the Titans, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll drop to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second down, they go again with Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Willis on third down. This will go to Henry out wide. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Here we go. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hey, smash Franco! Running from the gun with Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Willis. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third down, it's Willis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. 87 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now Willis to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Back-to-back running plays putting him in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And a throw right sideline is complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Henry out of the pistol. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Hey, check that street. Reload.
Tim carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Back to throw, Willis. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. The 4th down, Willis is off, and Randy Bullock is on now for the Titans field goal. Bullock's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll go again with Patterson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
10 seconds. 38.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They're going for Henry, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And the Titans first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. Bullock's kick is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Henry running right. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. Willis looking to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. For a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
On the double.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. Tackled by Christian Fulton.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Patterson again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A right side run with Patterson. Pushes him over. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 123 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Running the counter, Patterson. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Henry again on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
Now Willis on 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Let's go now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Willis looking to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Going to throw right side here, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The handoff, running left, Henry. And he's got room. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here we go, here we go.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 18-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Hey, check that, street.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check pass.
Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short gain there, but can they do it a couple of more times?
And he is not going to get in as the big body stopped him at the 1. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Bullock's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Ready?
Patterson running between the tackles. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Yellow, blue.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Black shot.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Red, cycle.
They'll give it to Patterson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Straight ahead, Patterson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Third down, here's Patterson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll run with Patterson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Patterson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Algier. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Atlanta, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.